Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you that don't know, this is the final video in a three-part series on how to effectively use postcards to promote any business you choose and actually give you a lift up or a jump start for your business. Now, to pick up where we left off the last time, we was talking about postcard lead sources. Of course, it's important to have accurate lists when you're mailing leads out. And we talked about direct response lead lists. We also talked about compile lead lists. And again, to pick up where we left off, we left off talking about house lead lists. Now, these are just lists that are businesses who keep basically inventory of their customers or people who have inquired about their products or who have done business with them previously. Now, it's sort of like in-house lists. Now, harvested or scraped lists, these are lists that are obtained through software programs that locate the person on the internet and put them in usable list format for you, such as maybe Excel, usually CSV format or Notepad or something like that. Some of them might even separate the phone numbers from the mailing address and put it in a nice neat file for you. Now, one program that does this quite well is one called LeadNet Pro. So depending on what you're looking for here, as far as postcards are concerned, there are a lot of ways to get lists that are easy to mail out. Quality lists. Understand that you want to get a list that is accurate as possible because you're spending for postage stamps plus the price of the postcard. And if you're getting mailing lists where the address is not correct, you can waste a lot of money. Okay. Now we're going to talk about postcard marketing routines. Now, the daily postcard marketing routine is one of the most powerful postcard marketing strategies you can use to build your business. But there is a big secret to having success with this strategy. It's called consistency. If you're going to use this strategy, you must make a 1-year commitment to mail a specific number of postcards every day. In the beginning, your marketing budget will determine the number of postcards you mail each day. As your business grows, simply increase the number of postcards mailed per day until you get the minimum of 200 per week. Why is the daily mailing strategy so successful? It can be easily duplicated by everyone on your team, and it also eliminates the get-rich-quick mentality. Warning, however, the first month or two of using this strategy will not seem really exciting. But just stick with it anyway. You'll start to see the compounding effects as your team grows. And when you have, say, 10, 20, 30 people on your team all mailing 200 postcards a week, by month 6, your business will begin to explode. And imagine what your income will be when you have 100, 300, 500 or more people mailing postcards every day. Whew, just imagine. Now, here's a practice that should be implemented by every home business owner and run in conjunction with all other marketing campaigns, no matter what they are. It is called Keep in Touch and Thank You Card Strategy. It is good business practice, believe me. It reminds you to appreciate your current customers and keep in touch with them. There's nothing more powerful than a follow-up thank you card. Make sure you let your customers or home business partners know you appreciate them by simply sending them a thank you postcard within a week after them joining you or using your services. Research shows that it costs over 8 times as much to get a new customer or partner than it does to keep an existing one. So treat your customers like gold because they are money in your bank account. Okay? Now, when a prospect takes advantage of your postcard offer, is that where the sale ends? Well, it shouldn't be. A long-term relationship should be your goal for maximum profitability. So keep in touch. You must have either a back-end products to sell or other opportunities you can offer your new partner or client. Always lead with value. Whether keeping them abreast of the latest updates about your product, service, or opportunity, or by providing other useful or valued coupons, tips, or how they can get the best use out of the product or service they receive from you. So that's very important for retention and building relationships, especially with your team. Now, the team drop card and sizzle card marketing method. Now, sizzle and postage-free drop card marketing strategies are very important. If you can pass out, and they're very simple too, because if you can pass out sizzle or drop cards, this marketing strategy can work for you. It is one of the simplest, fastest, and most inexpensive ways to get your message out to the public. Anyone can circulate sizzle or drop cards. even your kids. If you're promoting a home business, the power of generating quality leads by circulating these types of cards locally is extremely effective. Now, the majority of your local market, your opportunity is fresh and will not have been seen by most have not would not have seen your offer. Use the same plan as above. Just distribute 10, 20, 50 sizzle cards or postcards a day until you start to build up your local team. It does work. Now, I did this all the time. Now, I live in a metropolitan area in New York City, and I was passing out postcards in the morning and would actually do more than 50 or 100. I would do maybe 500 a day, sometimes 5,000, just standing there handing them out to people who were commuting, saying good morning, and handing cards out. But when I did it many years ago, I had was also a very simple card with some basic information. There was nothing fancy about it. It looked kind of crappy actually, but I would venture to say it had the information on it. Now, if I was to hand out cards like that and that are available on our team's resource site, wow! I mean, even with those crappy cards, I used to get 20 or 30 leads a day before, and I would bet I would probably get like 3 times that now. Sometimes I would leave them in the subway or car map in frames, and they would ride all through the city advertising my opportunity, and I would definitely get callbacks all the time. Now, what I also would do is take these cards with me wherever and what I went. I would be outside at the post office, the bank, if I'm coming out of a taxi, wherever I was always leaving something. Hence the term drop card. It's a way to be productive no matter what time of day and no matter where you're at. Whether it's an ATM machine, the grocery store. Since your offer has probably not been seen in your neighborhood, it will seem fresh and new and your opportunity for anyone looking at it. The effectiveness of the promotion will be high and cost effective. Consider the advantages locally. You can start now. You can get fast results. It's inexpensive. It's easily duplicatable. You can pass out as many cards as you want. There's little local competition. There's no national competition. You could have your kids do the work too. Where to circulate sizzle cards and postcards locally? Well, you can use your paper routes. You can go door to door. You can use newspaper boxes. No, it's illegal to place it in the mailbox. But you could also, go to a hotel in your area and put it under hotel room doors. Personally, pass out at high consumer traffic areas. That's what you really want to do, whatever that is. Here's just some ideas to just more, to give you some more ideas. Here's some more lists. You could place on automobiles in the driver's side of the door jamb or window. Maybe in fine restaurants, schools, colleges, theaters, tourist attractions, fairs, large flea markets, auction locations, fast food restaurants, shopping area parking lots, hotel and motels, sports arenas, public parking lots, airport parking lots, convention centers, hospitals, bowling alleys, nightclubs. I mean, it's a lot of places you can leave these drop cards. Especially if if you go to hotels, make sure they're like $100 bills or 1,000, or maybe $100 or $20 bills. Now, the following listings are places that you may want to consider when placing a small stack of 10, maybe 20 sizzle cards or postcards. In many of these places, simply place them without permission. Others, you might want to get permission. And in doing so, you will have the opportunity to review the offer with the person in charge by simply asking for their permission. If you look around, you'll find all kinds of places that you can place a stack of 10 or more sizzle cards or postcards. It could even be a pizza shop. Anyway, there's so many things come to mind right now. Make sure that you adhere to your local laws, however, and regulations when you are circulating this literature. If you have questions, check with your local authorities. You don't want to get a ticket or a fine. Now, literature racks are also perfect for distributing your postcards depending on the style of the rack. Sizzle cards may be too small. Do you have any public literature rack areas in large supermarkets? If so, this is one of the first places to put your postcards. You will often find literature racks in hotels, libraries, airports, hospitals, and other large buildings with a heavy flow of public traffic. Bulletin boards. If you have access to bulletin boards, many people will see your offer. It might not just be a card. There's always flyers. I just call them all mini billboards. An easy way to differentiate from the rest is to enclose 10 or more sizzle cards or postcards in a clear baggie and use a thumbtack to attach it to the bulletin board. Just tack the top of the back side so that the bag is open for easy access. You might find bulletin boards at places like, in office buildings, factory buildings, libraries, travel rest areas, truck stops, college campus, just to name a few. As you can see, the list here is quite extensive. And there you have it. Lots of different ways to circulate sizzle cards and postage-free drop cards or postcards. Anyway, focus on distributing locally first before going mass market. Always test, to see which places you get the most responses. Remember, at this very single moment, you are one postcard away from exploding your sales and income. You never know when you might find that one person who'll take off with your business just by receiving a postcard or a drop card. Now, just to give you an example, I know a story of a person that was actually making a flyer in a drugstore, and another marketer asked her what her opportunity was. And when she told her, she said, "Oh, it seems pretty interesting." That person actually joined and came in within less than a week with 300 people from her other downline, and that actually rose that person to the top rank in here in New York. So that's pretty powerful. So you never know when that one person that you get with that postcard might actually just change your whole life. Now, let's see what we can do, because actually I know there's always questions, and so I have a few that most people might be thinking of. Are mailing lists mailed directly to you, or can you pay people to mail them for you? Yes. However, it depends on the service you are using. Another question: with 1,000 card mailing, how many people can I expect to sign up? Let's say in a company like Infinity Downline. Well, there's a lot of ifs in there. It depends on the kind of card you are using, the kind of list you are using, and so on. It can vary according to the kind of card design, list use, etc. So it's really hard to say how many you can expect to sign up. 1,000 card mailing is really not very large, especially if you're getting a few percent response. Anyone, can do this and try to figure it out, but you'll know yourself by doing. Just make sure you have all the criteria we list previously, about a bold headline, good ad copy, a call of action, not too cluttered, because you're basically just trying to get them to move them through different points of exposures. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go into any more of this because I'm getting redundant. And this is really enough for right now, because actually I'm thinking of doing another part to this video. I was going to let this be the last part before I started actually putting the rest of the cards on the site. But I think that's enough for now, and I hope this video has been of value to you. This is Charles Peterson signing off, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.